Welcome everybody to another Big Brain Puzzles. I am MBW, the Mega Bit Warrior, and today we are going to be playing my first puzzle. And this is my first puzzle ever. No, I'm just kidding. No, we're playing my first puzzle. I'm also testing out this new camera I have. So I got a new camera to see, like webcam, to make sure, you know, to kind of increase the quality. I kind of was saving up for a little bit, and then you know, got this one because my other one was I don't know if you guys remember, but when I'm streaming, sometimes it would turn off and especially on my Zoom calls, like it was just awful. So then I was like, well, since I need to buy one anyways, like maybe you know, I could invest in actually something better, right? So right now it looks like the quality is good. So we're gonna test this out. Hopefully everything's working. But I want to do another Sudoku puzzle. It has been a second, so let's go ahead and try this out. So this one is called My First Puzzle. Normal Sudoku rules apply. And so basically, for any of you guys that know, I'm gonna go over the rules really quick. So the digits in a column, the digits in a row or a grid, those are normal Sudoku rules, where the digits 1 through 9 are in a row, column, and grid, and they cannot repeat in there. So I'm pretty sure everybody knows how to play Sudoku. I'm hoping so, because this is a Sudoku variant puzzle. But on the white dots, digits are consecutive. So basically, if this is a 1, then this has to be a 2 because it has to be consecutive. But if this is a 2, this could be a 1 or it could be a 3, right? For the black dots, this has to be basically double the number, basically. So if this was a 1, double the number is 2, but this could also be a 4 right here, right? Because double a 2 is that, and obviously divided by this is, you know, you know the gist. It has to be, one has to be double the other. The digits that are joined by an X right here are a sum of 10, whereas the ones that are a V are a sum of 5. Digits along a thermometer, there's only one thermometer here, from the thermometer, it increases from the bulb to the tip. So basically, if this was a 5, this cannot be a 4 because it has to be above it. So this could be a 6, 7, 8, 9, right? Because that's a valid thermometer. Digits along a arrow, so right here, sum to the number that's attached on the the circle. So these digits right here, they sum up for this digit. These digits right here sum up for this. These ones right here sum up to this. All right, and then neighboring digits along a green line have a difference of at least 5. So along these German whispers are, it has to go from high to low, in other words. So if this is the digits 1, 2, 3, or 4, then it has to be at least 5 away. So that means it's going to be either a 6, 7, 8, or 9, depending on what number it was. So say, for example, if this was a 4, the only digit that this can be is a 9. Because that's 5 away. It has to be at least 5 away. But then this one, again, it just has to be at least 5 away. So this could be a 1. It's 8 digits away from it, but it's definitely more than 5. All right, and that is the rule set. So I'm going to leave a link into the description below. So if you do want to play alongside or stop the video, race me, however you want to do it, it's going to be a lot of fun. I recommend these puzzles all the time to people. So like, if you want to play, definitely play. But if you want to see me also solve the puzzle, let's do it. So I'm going to go ahead and start now. Let's do it. Actually, I should do this really quick. Restart. There we go. Now the time's actually restarted. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is, I have no idea. This is just my personal preference. Anytime I see these digits right here, I always put the digits that they can be. So say, for example, you can't have a 7 because a 7, the only double to that would be a 14, and it has to be the digits 1 through 9, right? So I know at least that the digits that it can be are these digits. No other digits can be on these ones right here. So I like to just put them in so that I know note-wise what it can be. So I'm not like trying to pretend that there's like a 7 or something like that. So based on that, this cannot have a 1 in it because obviously bulb end, 1 would have to go here. Can't be in the middle of 1 or here. 2 is possible if this is a 1, so 2 is possible. However, 2 is not possible here, so this cannot be a 1 or a 2. And yeah, also on the German whispers, these green lines right here, you cannot have 5s on them because 5 away from, why do I have 5s on here in the first place? I accidentally put 5. I was supposed to put 6. I'm already messing up. I must have typed it all weird. Oh my God. Anyways, you cannot have 5s either way because that is true. You cannot have a 5. So along these, there cannot be a 5 on here because if you add 5 to it, it'd be 10. If you minus 5 from 5, it's 0. And that's definitely not digits 1 through 9. So it's good to note that in particular because if you're looking right here, for example, I know that 5 has to go in here. Obviously 5 can't go in here. So I'm just going to make a little note that 5 is somewhere here. And because of that, and because we know that 5s can't be here, we can't have a 5 on the X because then it would have to be 5 plus 5, and you can't have two 5s in a row or a column. So these cannot be a 5. So I'm basically like showing you all these cannot be a 5. So if you look at this grid in particular, we know that the 5 is in this area right here. Before we unhighlight it, I'm just double checking really quick. Yeah, so I'm going to mark that, yes, these are definitely where the 5s are, meaning this 5 is seeing this one, so this cannot be a 5. And again, no 5s here, but it's kind of still open. I don't know if I want to label it. Actually, let's label it. The heck with it, right? Right, the heck with it. Anything on a V is going to be very small. It's going to be, it has to add up to 5, right? So it's going to be the digits 1, 2, 3, or 4. What's unique about this one is, like, say for example, if this is 4, that means this has to be 1. But then this also has to be 4. So these two are the same number, in other words, which is pretty cool. I do want to point out that I know it can't be a 4 because if this was a 4, that means this would have to be a 4, which is 8. So that means this would have to be a 1. But for this to be a 5, this has to be 4 plus 1. So that means the 1 is taking over on this column. So this cannot be a 1 if these were 4s. So those two are not 4 at all. And if those two are not 4, this cannot be a 1. But it is possible that this could be a 4 and then these are 1. So what's the highest that this can be? Or lowest that it could be? 1 plus 1 plus 2, so 4. It doesn't tell us too much, but I just wanted to make note of that. I think it's important to utilize. Utilize. I don't know, I'm saying it like that. Utilize. For sure this can't be a 1 because then this would have to have a 2 in it, so no 1. No 1. No 1. Okay. Again, if this is a 1, this could be a 2, which means this can be a 1. Oh, wait. No. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, dang it. Okay. I was trying to see if like I can get away with making this not 3. But if this is a 1, 2, 3, this would be a 4. And that would be a 6 right there. 5 would go down there. Actually, no. Hold on. Hold your horses, guys. If this is a 1, 2, 3, that means this has to be the 4. Because again, the 1's already taken. This 2 is seeing this, which makes this a 4. So this is a 1, 2, 3, 4. If I'm trying to make this 3. That's what I'm trying to prove right now. Can I make this 3? If that's true, the unique thing about a German whisper is that it goes from high to low. So say, for example, if this is a 1, 5 away makes it 6. 5 away makes it 1, right? 5 away, we could do that. You know, like, in other words, it always goes, I'm going to consider the middle 5. It always goes low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high, right? So, because we know it goes low, high, if this was a 3, that means it goes high, and then it goes low. So that means this number right here that I'm highlighting has to be a 1, 2, 3, or 4. But for this to be a 3, I literally just said the 1, 2, 3, 4 are in this area, making it impossible for this to be a low number. Thusly, this can never be a 3. It's a long way of saying that. But it's good to know. Cannot be a 3. All right. Can this be a 4? It would check out here, that's fine. We could have 3, 6. Four, 3. Could have 8 here, which makes it possible to be a 2. Okay. Yeah. That's cool. I don't know why I'm saying it like that. Yeah, man. Yeah. Right. Okay. Let's see. I guess one thing I can say is that this cannot be an 8, because obviously the 9 has to go. If the 9 was here, the 8 has to be here. There can't be 8s right here, right? So let's get rid of those 8s. And if there's no 8 right here, this cannot be a 4. Yeah, so these are the digits right here. Ooh. You know what's unique about this one? Is that for this to... I don't know why this just turned off. I guess I don't need it. Whatever. For this to be a 4, 6, 5 away from it is always going to be a 1 or a 9. So these two right here, it's going to be a 1 or a 9. I do find that fascinating, by the way. I'm wondering if that's going to do something. Like if this is a 1, for example, making that the 6th and the 3. That means I would have to go 2, 3. I'm trying to get to 6 here. Or wait, what about 4? What about 4? If it's 4, no, I do want to do 6. If it's 6, that means the 3 is here, making this the 1 because of 6. Because it can't be 3 anymore, so, and the 1's taken, so this would have to be a 4. Like I'll visually show it to you guys. I'll erase this. I just want to show you guys. So basically, if this is a 6, what I'm trying to show is that this right here cannot be a 2 because the 1 would have to go here, but we already have a 1 right here, so this would be a 4, right? What I'm trying to see is can we have, I guess I'm already answering it. What I was going to say was, like, can we have, like, this would have to be a 2, and then that would be an 8. So that actually does work. And then this is a 6. So yeah, nothing, everything's like checking out. So yeah, I can't place it there because it's even though it's possible, like there's still no like logic to like put it there. But it is fascinating. All right, let's move on. You know what? I've been focusing on that grid for a hot minute. Let's check over here. I'm wondering if we have enough. If we have enough here. What sucks is we don't have like, if we can like determine like if this is low or high, this would make it like so much better. You know what? I bet you anything we're gonna have to color code this. I was trying to avoid it, but now that I'm seeing, like, that I'm looking at this grid, I'm seeing that it all links up to each other. And this is what I mean. So I keep on accidentally putting my cursor over here, and then you guys can't see what I'm like circling. Sorry about that. I'm going to try to show like the linkage right here. So I'm going to temporarily highlight this yellow. And we know that it goes back and forth, right? So this is yellow. Like, let's just say this is low, right? Then this would be high. And then it'd be low. And then it'd be high. Or vice versa, right? Oops. But unique thing about this one right here is that this will link with this one. But what we don't know is it going to be opposite or is it going to be the same? Because it can be the same if it's a 2 or, I mean, if it's an 8, like, because then, if it's a 4 and a 2, because then it doesn't switch like a polarity, right? So I can't label it the same way. So I'm going to label it this way, just so you can see. So wanted to show that because I think what's going to happen is we're going to need to know these because of the other rule sets. I'm kind of noticing now that, like, say for example, the 10, right? For you to have a sum of a 10 to get to 10, you have to have a low number versus plus a high number. Because again, you can't have 5 plus 5. So if it's a 1, for example, you need a 9. Low number, high number, right? So this is going to be a yellow as well then. This one is unique because even if it's a 6, let's just say the yellow one is high. Let's just say. Oh man, I wish I can like show this in a different color. Dang it. I already made these colors over here. I forgot these are like what I usually put the final colors are. You know what? It's gonna irk me. I'm gonna be irked a little bit if I don't change it now. This is my attempt on saying, like, I don't know what they're gonna be because of what I like to show is that this has to be a certain color. So, anyways. This is a 6, right? So this cannot be a 6. So it's going to be a low number. I'm going to mark the lows as blue. So officially, low numbers are blue. High numbers are going to be, again, 6, 7, 8, or a 9. But again, this can't be a 1, so this is where that's at. Meaning this can be one of these digits. Okay. Not going to mark this as a color because if it's a 5, that's in the middle. So I'm not going to mark that. But we at least can say that once we find out like this polarity right here, we'll be able to kind of put this all together. It's gonna be fun. But yeah, so I'm wondering. Now. So since we know that this is low, if this is a 4, that means we know that these have to be low, but then that also makes this low, right? Because it's on the thermometer. That has to be lower than these digits. So these are our low numbers, if in other words. Making this either a 6 or an 8. It's most likely going to have to be a 6 in this scenario because if I had the 4 here and this was the 8, I think I meant to say it the other way. If this is, yeah, if this is a 4, 8. Okay. Let's ignore that. Let's just mark this really quick because we know that it's going to be at least a 1, 2, or 3. This cannot be a 5. Meaning the 5 is definitely here. Actually, can we say something like that? If this is a 4, I guess 5 can go there. Okay. Okay, let's do it. Okay. If this is a 2, this would have to be another low number. So we would have 3 low numbers already. So again, if this is a 2, low number, right? But if whatever this is, like if this is a 4, this would have to be a low number. So there would be 5 low numbers here. But if this was high, the low number has to go here, but it also has to go here, so there's 5. So this can never be a 2. Meaning this can never have a 1. Can't have a 3. Can't have a 4. They definitely want us to have the 6 and the 4s in this area, right? Am I right? Interesting. I'm going to try to make this a 2. What happens if I try to make it a 2? So 1, 4, 6, 3, 2. I need a low number here. So again, if I made this a 4, and that's a 2, like the 3 would have to go here, so this would have to be a 1, but then I don't have anything here. So this can't be a 2. Okay, so this is a high number. I think that whole time I was trying to prove that. I'm very happy that we finally got to that conclusion, because now it actually makes sense a little bit. Okay. But now this is the part where like it does, like we can get to all this normally, right? So if this is a 4, that's an 8, that's a 6, that's a 3, that's a 1, and that's a 2, right? Or a 2. Yep. So that checks out. What digits don't we have? I know this. Okay, so a 7 has to go down here. All right, that's about it. Okay. Yeah. So again, one low number has to go here. Actually, hold on. Hold the phone. Are you guys holding your phone? Hold the phone. Two low digits have to go here, as we marked it. A low number has to go here, because 4, that's a low number, or if it's a 6, it would be a 3, right? if it's a 6, the low number goes here. If not, low number goes here. So low number can never go down here, in other words. That's what I was trying to say. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to mark this like that. I did a gray in there just because I'm like, I need some way to say that there's at least one of them that's like a 5. Like it's neutral, right? It's not low, it's not high, but it's neutral. But this could never be... I was going to say it can never be a 1, but let me see. I was going to say, if this is not a 4, so the 6 is going to go up here. If this is a 4, this can never be a 2. Because if that was a 4 and a 2, that's 2 low numbers. But then this would have to be a low number. So anyways, if this is a 4 and this was an 8, that makes this a 6 up here. So the 6 has to be up here. Meaning there can't be a 6 right there. Same thing with 4. If this is a 6, 3, right? That means the 8 right here, the 4. So the 4 has to go up here. So, therefore, God, I feel like I'm on the tip of this. I think I need to move on somewhere else. I've been very hyper focused on this. Like for some reason, like this is the part where I'm like, I feel like this is the key to the whole puzzle, but I really do actually just need to look at other things. Because this is going to have like the same chain effect too, right? If this was low, that would be high, and then it's going to keep on going. We just don't have any linkage yet, so it's like, do I mark it? I can't believe I'm going to mark it. Let's just do this. Hopefully the colors aren't going to like throw you off at all. But what I'm trying to show is if this was, let's just say like these were low. We know that these are low too. So if these were low, there's 4 lows, so this would have to be a high. But can I prove that that's a low? Like these 2 are low. Let me see, 2 lows, 2 highs. Oh, what's interesting is there's like 3 of these. So whatever this is, whether it be low or high, that means there's only one other on this side. Interesting. And since these 2 can't be 5s, this one has to be the same color there. So we have 3 here. So that means we can only have one more green on there. Okay, I like it. Oh, here's another caveat, too. So, let's just say we want this to be a 1. That means 4 would have to go there. I'm trying to see if a 5 can go in here. A 5 cannot go in there, because these digits right here, or these digits, cannot be the same. So if this was a 1, that means for this to be a 5, these both have to be 4. Same thing if this was a 4 and we needed a 1 here. Well, that's the 1, right? So this can never be a 5. I'm saying that because these 2 can't be 5. So now I prove that this whole thing cannot be a 5. So the 5 is going to be down here somewhere. I wanted to see if, based on that, can there be a 5 here? I guess there's really no way to prove it here. Yeah, unfortunately there's no way to like really prove it there. Well, dang. Well, dang. Well, let me at least mark this really quick. We know for sure that one of them has to have a high and one of them has to have a low. So we at least have 3 of these here somewhere. This is going to be the other 4. And then the other one is going to be the other one. Actually, this might have solved it. This might have solved it. There we go. See, why was I so hyper-focused over here? I could have figured this out. All right. So we know that there's, let's just say the greens are low. There's 2 lows right here, right? And there's another low right here. So that means there's going to be one more low somewhere else, and vice versa. One more high in these. So where does it go? So I know for sure that this is going to be one of them. So the other one has to go here. So what I don't know is it going to be green or is it going to be brown? Either way, if it's green, that's 1, 2, 3. And if it's green, or the light green, that's 4, 5. Now if it's brown, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that actually does work. Like in other words, what I'm trying to prove is this green or is this brown? Again, if it's green, that means there's 2 of them here, meaning we already absolutely found out where the greens are. And so the green cannot go here. That's what I'm trying to say. In other words, this has to be the brown, because the green has to go here in that scenario. Hopefully that makes sense. I'm gonna say it one more time just because like I feel like I'm confusing myself. So, in other words, if I say these are green, that means all these ones that are green, that are light green, are green, right? So here's my green. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. That checks out. 1, 2, 3, 4. That checks out. Now, let's do it the other way. If I said that the green is here, then that means this is the green. Which makes that green up there, I guess. So that means 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry. I think I messed myself up. I'm saying it right, but I just didn't show that visually right. Okay, sorry. Green works, right? We're on the same page with that. Can the brown work? That's what I'm trying to prove. So let's say that these two are brown. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. All right, cool. But that means that this is brown. So what I'm saying is that this has to be brown, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So like this would have to be a brown in that scenario. Now, in this scenario, we have a green here. Now, let's go back. And if this is green, we're saying 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So one of these is going to be brown. But in this scenario, this has to be brown all the time. So in this scenario, this was brown. See, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And when it was the other way, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is always brown. I guess I didn't prove it that this would be green. Oof. All right, whatever. At least we proved that part. In the most like chaotic way ever though. My apologies. Okay. But what we did was we at least showed that this is brown. That's at least a good thing. Okay. I'm still not really. The fact that this still can be a 5, I'm still kind of like, ugh. Actually, why haven't we labeled this yet? These are low, right? I don't yet know if this is high or low or 5. I at least know that this is always going to be high, right? Because even if it's a 5, this has to go high. So let's just say it's a 6, 7, 8, or 9. Since the 6 and 4 have to see this, this can never be. Oh my God. That's it right there. That's what I was trying to figure out. Perfect. Oh my God. Okay. This just unlocked the whole puzzle. That is so good of logic. That is so good. Okay. This has to be a 10, right? For this to be a 10, we have to have, you know, let's just say if it is a 6 or a 4, it'd be 6 plus 4 is 10, right? What I was trying to prove this entire time was, can this be a 5? Right? And the answer is no. It cannot be a 5, because for this to be consecutive, this has to be a 4 or a 6. But we know for sure that the 6s are here and the 4s are here, meaning these cannot have a 4 or a 6. So this is impossible to have a 5 in it. So our 5 is here. We have our first digit. Our first ever digit, guys. Oh my God. Okay. And again, since this is seeing the 5s in this column and the green, 5 goes there. Okay. Perfect. That is exactly what I was looking for. So in other words, whatever this is goes here. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. I'm so freaking happy now. I'm like that. I'm ecstatic. That was great. Okay. So these two are the same color. It's going to be either high or low, right? 4 either of these, let's just say that these are both low. Like, so it doesn't go into a 6 or 8, right? So it stays in the 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is low. I know for sure a low has to be there. So that's 3. If this is low, then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 already. So then there can't be any lows here. But we know that this toggles, so that I know that's not possible. So this does have to, or this cannot be lows in the scenario that these are 2 lows, right? Now, if these are low, cannot have the 2 lows here. So I would have to have the low here. So this would have to be our low. Now, if we only have 1 low here, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So that works. Or 1, 2, 3, 4. That works. Damn. So it doesn't prove what I was trying to do. Dang. You got me again. No, that's great. That's great though. Okay. All right. One, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I just noticed what time it is. Let me see if Kat messaged at all. No, she did not. I was assuming if she was going to be on the way. Okay, she's not yet, but that means we can complete this puzzle, because I feel like we're on the verge of linking it all together. The moment that it links together, it's done. which I'm excited for. I feel like I need to start labeling these as like officially low and all that stuff. Because again, I'm trying to see if these are low, wait a minute. If those are low, I would have to have two more. And again, I did prove that, like, if this is low, it would have to be like that. So if this is low, and only one of these are here, that means this has to be low. But then that would make this low. And that's impossible. That's it. That's it right there. So if these are low, both of these have to be low. Because if one of these is low, like if only one of it is low, then that's going to make these low. Oh wait, we only have one in here. Ah, no, never mind. Never mind, it didn't break it. I guess either way, that's impossible because there would be 5 lows right here. So the only way for this to be low is for these two to be low. So it'd be like that. That doesn't work. I'm going to do this again really quick. So if the green are low, this is seeing this. That means this is impossible. So that means these two have to be green. Low, in other words, sorry. These are all low. Can't have the low here because now I'll make that the low. So the low goes here. We need 4 of them. So 1, 2, 3. Can't be the green because then it would be green right there. So this is our low. Now, going on this line, I now said that these are low, right? That means one low is here. So this checks out, that checks out. And then you go down. And it works there. Never mind. Okay. Oh, that does work. So it kind of does that. I mean, that's pretty good. Yeah, no complaints. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Okay. So if this is high, 1, 2, 3. So this would have to be high as well. Like, so this would have to be green, in other words. So everything green. There's our highs. So there have to be one more high here. So 1 high, 2 high, 3 high. Four. I think I need to mark this. All right, this is what I'm going to do. If this is high, there can only be one high here. So that means there's going to be 1, 2, right? That means one of these have to be high as well. I'm just going to mark it on the top one just so you can see it. 1, 2, 3. So this is always the high one. And that's if this is high. There cannot be a scenario where both of these are high, in other words. Now, if it's low, if both of these are low, this one's low, and then this one's low. If I was going to say, if one of them is low, that means this has to be low, but then there'd be 5 here. So that has to be the scenario. So both of these low, this one low, this one. Anyways, all that to say, what I'm trying to show is, right now we're saying that this is the green, right? In every scenario that we did, even the 1, 2, 3, right? This is the one that is the green. This could never be the green, in other words. Like 1, 2, would have to go here. So, yeah, 3. We're trying to say that there's only room for one more, but we already said there has to be 2 in here. So this is always green. I think that was like the faster way of saying it. I don't know why it took me so long to like get to that point, but we know now. Okay, meaning this is the brown. Now we still don't know like which way it goes, but at least we can see it better, right? Yeah, whichever way it goes, we don't know yet. Yeah, we just don't know yet. Okay. All right. It's going to be 2 green here and 1 brown. That doesn't tell me enough. Okay. All right. So this is always going to be opposite of this. Because if it's a 3, it's a 6. If it's an 8, or it's a 4. So this is our green. And then this is our brown. Which checks out, because I was trying to prove those ones right here, so that's good. Okay. What's funny is, if this was low, I was saying that both the lows go right here, right? So these would both be green. That means this is green as well, because like whatever's here is going to be the same. Like these two are the same, right? So since these two are the same, that means the other green goes here somewhere. That's interesting. That actually might be the solve for whether this is going to be low or high, these two. So let's say that again. In that scenario where both of these are low, because again, if this is low, like if the green is low, I can't have another low here because we already have 2 lows here. So if these are 2 lows, that means these 2 have to be low. So these 3 are low. Because this is the same digit, this one right here, it's going to have to go down here. But if I said this is low, and this is low, that's already 4, so I can't have that there. No, wait a minute. I forgot. If this is a 4, this could be a 2, this could be an 8. Ah, I messed up my logic. I got bamboozled. Yeah, because that's still possible. That could be a 4, that could be a 2, and then this is an 8. I got bamboozled. No. Dang. Okay. Well, maybe let's go here. If this is whatever digit this is, let's just say it's a 1. It's the same digit, right? Meaning, if this is a 1, this is a 1. That means there can't be any crossover on this area, right? Because again, if this is a 1, that's a 1. That means none of these can be that digit. I'm trying to see if there's any like overlap. Like, say for example, if it's a 1, that means this cannot be a 1. But that means also this can't be a 1. So I can, let me go ahead and include that then, because that can't be a 9 either, so. So none of these can be a 1 or a 9. Like whichever one it is, right? I feel like there's something clever here, but I'm not seeing it. I actually think that this might be a 1-9 as well. I got a feeling. Yeah, nope. Okay. Maybe we need to go back to the 5s. It's too much 5 right there. Oh my god. 5 has to go here because it can't go there. So this entire time right here, this was a low number. I mean a high number. Okay. Boom. Found it. Got it. I think we can finally label what they are. All right. Or maybe not. Oh. Let me say what I was going to say, and let's just see if it checks out. Hypothetically, is the green a high number? That means high has to go here, high has to go here. That's an absolute fact. And we know that this is high. So that means the other high has to go here. So in other words, 1, 2. But I have 3 of them here. So that makes that impossible, because I can't have more than 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, green is low. Yeah, green is low. I'm gonna do it. I'm so freaking happy. I am gonna do it. Boo. Which means the brown is high. I don't know it right here yet, so, but I know that these are low now, so. Anyways, let me just do this really quick, because I know some of them is going to be not exactly these numbers, but I want to at least label them, and then we'll clean it up in a few. That makes that. Okay. All right. So this is an 8. That's a 6. Making that a 3. Making that a 4. This 4 sees this being a 9. making that a 9. Let's clean things up. So this is a 5 definitely, because the 6 is seeing that. So this is a 5. Boop, boop. All right. Okay, this can't be a 9 because then this has to be a 4 right here, so this is not a 9. Oh, I know, Bailey. What's up? That's not a 4 either, because then that would have to be make this a 9, which is not. Oh, wait. Sorry. This is not a German whisper. I don't know what the heck I'm thinking. This can be a. In other words, this could be a 4 because this could be a 6. There we go. Okay. In fact, I actually think it is. Because for a 1 or a 2, this has to be a 9 or an 8. And we already proved that. So this is a 4 and a 6. Perfect. Okay. This makes that a 1, that a 1. So 2, 1. See how like flow it's going? This is a 7. We just needed to know like how that was going to tag off, and it's so good once you like land on it. It's like, oh, this is so perfect. Like, this is great. All right, just cleaning up some stuff really quick. All right, that makes sense because those are the 3 2. So this is the 1 4. All right. This is an 8. So this is the part that. Oh wait. No way. No way. Did we? Oh my God, Bailey. Did we mess up? No freaking way. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Okay, just so you guys know what it's going through my mind. If this is an 8, this has to be a 4, but the 4 is right here. I feel like something's maybe messed up over here. Like, possibly. Like, did I guess too much over here? Like, what? Let me go all the way back over here. Okay, so stop. Stop, Michael. It's because I said right here that it can't be a 1 or a 2, because then that would have to be an 8 or a 9. Right. Wait, this could be a 9. Why did I say it couldn't be a 9? Remember earlier in this puzzle, I said, I have a feeling that this is going to be a 1 or a 9 based on these two right here. I think what I did was I said, this can't be a 9 because then these two would have to be 4. That's not true. That's probably what happened. I'm hoping so. I'm hoping that the rest of the puzzle is not like I didn't mess up the logic somewhere else. I'm hoping that it was just when I was just running. Like, because right now I was just kind of speed running it through. In other words, this is either a 1 or a 4. Right. Right. This is either a 1 or a 4. Okay. Okay, can we resume now? Oh my God. I'm going to like cry. What? Okay, let's okay. Let's go. Okay. All right. Let's just continue on. Nothing to see here, guys. Okay. So this cannot be a 6 or a 7, meaning this cannot be a 6. That could be all of them, so that's okay. I'm okay with that. Okay. I think either way, like this one has to have an 8 in it. No, we don't know enough here yet. Can this be low enough where this is a low still? One of them, I guess 2 of them, they could be high. I was just trying to see, like, is this the low over here? But I don't think that's going to give us anything anyway, so I might as well just move on. Well, this is interesting right here. These two have to be consecutive, right? Actually. And this has to be a 5 down here. What I was going to say was, if there's a high here, that means both of these would have to be high because you can't go lower if you're adding, right? So that would be 5 high. So this can never be a high. If this is a high, that means that would have to be a high. Meaning this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 already. So that can't be a high. So in other words, this is low. This could be our 5. But again, if this is high, these would both have to be high. So there's at least one low here. At least. One, two, three. One of these are low. All right. Whichever. Okay. Oh, this is our low. So low right here has to be a 1 or a 2 because of that. Meaning this has to be a high then, right? Because 1, 2, 3, 4, yep. This has to be high. Meaning this is high. Meaning these both are low. All right. High. Not sure yet. This can never be, this can't be a 3, because then there would have to be a 6 here. So this is never a 3. That's not 3 or 6. So this could be 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 4, 8, 2. Yeah, this is, we're not sure of this. The only thing I do know is that, like, this all can't be low. Because remember what I was saying earlier that, like, if this was, let's just say this is like a 4, and we'd have to have both of these 2. That means the 2 has to go here, but we have the low numbers here. So this has to be the R8. I know we did that logic earlier, so that checks out at least. That's good. I mean, I think that's going to logically get everything, which is great. It's making things flow very well. Did not mean to do that. Those ones. Okay. 1, 3. So this is a 2. Meaning this is our 3. And again, this is all going to be the same. So 1, 3. No. What'd I do? What'd I do? What did I do, Michael? Does that not work? I'm trying to get back to this part. 4. Because like I was saying, if this is like a 4, oh, it could be 4, 2, 1. Ah. Okay. Okay. I know I just proved it, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do it a different way. I want to logically do this correctly. Okay. So if this is a 1, that means the 4 has to go here. 2. So this would be the 3, 2. And this is the 1, 4. That's impossible because you have to have a duplicate, so. I mean, it has to be doubled. So this has to have a 2 in it, in other words, right? So that means this is not, there's no 2 in here. That means 2 has to go here. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to show. So 2 has to go here. 2 cannot, or 2 can go there actually. 2, 2, that does work, okay. That does work, okay, good. All right, so if this is 1, that requires this to be 2. That would be 2. This would be a 1, 4. But that's taking 2 digits here. We need the 3 here. Okay. So we can't do 1, 4 here because we need more digits here. So can we do 1, 2? No. It can't be 1, 2. This has to be the 2 and 3. Okay. Yeah, so this has to be the 2, 3. Okay. So that's going, did I do it again? How the heck? What time is it? I've been having a trouble time at this area right here. I feel like this isn't logically sound. So did I mess something up? Oh my God. Oh my God. I thought I had this in the bag too. I was so excited. This is my first puzzle, DC. It's probably something simple too. I'm doing some logic wrong. Because this is impossible. How long ago was that? That was a very long time ago. German Whisper. I know you guys are probably yelling at my screen. Oh my God. German Whisper. High, low, high, low. High, low, high, low, high, low. I labeled these two wrong. That's why this entire freaking puzzle, that was such a long time ago though. Like that's like before I put like all the digits and everything. This is brutal. This is so brutal. It's so brutal. Actually, that's still good. Okay. So it's this part. Okay. Okay. Back here, back here. This might be the same still. This might be the same. Because then there would still be two lows coming here. Okay. The only thing that doesn't do is when we're checking this, but that's not the logic that we came up with here. Here was basically, we have two green. So we at least need one green here. If there's two green, then green would go here, so this would have to be our green. But if we're saying that there's only one green here, so 1, 2, 3, still green there. Okay, so all this logic is still good. Which means it all links up this way. Okay, so we're good here. I just want to move on if that's going to like mess it up, but I think we're still good. Luckily, I think we're still good, which is like, which makes me so happy. I mean, not that happy because that was so far. That was so far. That was such a long time ago. I made so much progress. No more. No more progress. Okay. Oh, man. Dang, that was brutal. Okay. Okay, so how do we determine here? Okay, what were we doing? I don't know. Okay, so 3, 4, 8 can never go here. What am I doing with my life? Okay, so, no 9. We still have the same logic here. So there's 4 here, meaning there cannot be a green here. But logically, we need, if it's high, then it has to go here. So that means it's all low. Okay, so same logic applies. Luckily. Like, what I figured out is still applies, so we're good. I guess I should have labeled it first. Oh wait, I did like a weird blue. What the hell? There we go. And again, that's low. And then the rest of them are high. The brown. All right. Which again is six, 7, 8, 9. All right. Okay. So back to what I was doing. This is 8. This is a 9. So that makes that the 9. 4, 6, 3. I don't know why I thought it was an X. I was like, did I mess up again? Are you kidding me? Are you joking me? Okay. You joking me, Kayla? All right. It can't be a 6, so this is a 5. All these things are matching up to what I was doing earlier, which is freaking great. Okay. All right. Okay, good. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, we're back here. There's probably more that I did, but we're at least back here. I think what I was trying to do right now was I was trying to just double check, like if this is 1s, this would be our 4. If this is 2, this would be our 3. So in other words, this can't be a 2. And then here, this is either going to be 2 lows and the high, or the high is going to be this, and this is going to be our low. I think either way, one low has to go here. Okay, which is fine. That's good. 6 works there. 7 does not work. 9 works, so 2 doesn't. Okay. So that's good. 9 makes like all these possible. It makes everything possible. I still think it's going to be a 9, by the way. Because if this is a 6, 4, 7, 8, 1, 1, 2. They both works. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Let's move on. Let's move on to our life with our lives. All right, this is going to be a 7 down here. This is going to make this a 7. Makes that the 5. And we don't know what that is yet. All right. What are we doing with our lives? Okay, 3 is here somewhere. So if 3 is down here, 3 is looking at that. So this is going to be a 3 here. If this is a 3, this would make that a 7. That does work. That would make that high, which that does work. Okay. I guess same logic here. This is going to be a high. Can't have 2 highs here, so this has to be a low. We don't know if the 5 is going to be somewhere here. Actually, if this is a 5, we already have 2 highs. If this is a 5 right here, if this is a high and that's a high, that means both of these have to be high. That doesn't work. So this can never be a high, right? If it's a 5, That makes both of these high. So this could be a low, low. So this could be low. Or just everything's just low. Okay. Well, that works either way, so I'm not going to dwell on it too much. Let's see. So this has to be a low. It's going to be the 1 or 2. There's one more low here. It's going to be here. Meaning these are high. Meaning these are low. Okay. So since these are not 6 or 8, that's 1, 2, 3 or 4, because again, 3 can go here. Here's our 6, 7, 8, 9. Works with the consecutive, so that's good. This can't be a 1. Perfect though. Okay. This has to be a high. One, 2, 3. So there's one more high here and one more low here. We don't know here yet. If this is a 3, these would have to be 6s, so no 3s or 6s. So this is kind of the same route that we were going to last time. If this is a 4, that would have to be a 2. If this is a 1, it have to be a 2. If this is a 2, so all the time there's a 2 here. So no 2 here. This is a 4 and a 1. That would be our 3. Okay, that works. Either way, there's still one more low here. But we don't know what that's going to be, so never mind. Okay. All right. 2 more lows here. I can't have this be a low. If this is a low, that means this would have to be a low. And so that means there's only one more low that can go here. So let's just say it's this. So that would make these, oh, that could be a 5 and then that can be high. Never mind, that works. Okay, never mind. I was trying to see if this had to be a low, but I'm not sure yet. So we're not gonna worry about that. All right, so let's do this. We're gonna get rid of the 4. If this is high, let's just say it's a 6. If this is a 6, can't have the two twos being here, but 1 plus 1 plus 6 is 8. This can never be a 7, in other words. So 7 has to go here. Meaning 7 is here. Yeah, it's not really. I thought that was going to reveal something, but nope, never mind. This can't be a 6, because then these two would have to be 1. This can't be a 4, because then these, yep. If this is a 6, that means both of these are 1s. If this is a 2, that's a 1, that's a 2. Wait. 2, 1, 2, 1. Yeah, that works. That can't be a 4. All right. Could be a 1 here, making that a 1. There would have to be a 1. Here. One. Because if not, if this is a 1, I mean, if this is a 1, that'd be the 4, 3, 2. This would have to be a 4, like 1, 2, 4. But I couldn't have the 1 here. Because again, if these are 1s, it'd make that the 3. I would have the 4 here. Yeah, this is our 1s. Because that would make that the 4. Yep. These are our 1s. I feel like it's not proven yet, though. I don't know if I can say that for sure yet. What's the time? Oh my god, I've been playing this for like so long. Why is it taking so long? Okay, so that's not working. Oh, that's a 7. That one's obvious. Why didn't I do that earlier? 6, 8. This can never be a 4. Have 9 there. Yeah, what time is it? Oh, it's so late. It's so late. Okay. This X. This can't be a 9 because that would have to have a 1. So that can't be a 4 because then it would have to have a 6 up there. This can't be an 8 because that would have to have a 7. So this is a 7. Checks out there. So this is a 3. Which we did know our 3 was going to be there, so that's good. Okay, this is our 6. Great, great. So that's our 1. That's our 2. Oh my God. Are we going? Are we doing this? Hold on. Why did I say that can't be a 2? I don't remember why I said that can't be a 2. So I'm gonna try not to mess up anymore. So let's not do that. Please and thank you. This is a 1. That's our 2. All right, this can no longer be a 6 because that 2, I mean, like there's no 1 anymore because of that. So this is a 9. So that checks out with earlier when I said that this has to be the 9. So finally we got there. Took us long enough. All right, so this cannot be a 4. All right, that obviously cannot be that. Okay. All right, so back to this. We know that there has to be a 2 here. Two, 4, 2, we can do that, yeah. Either way, we know that there's a 2. So this is a 3, this is a 1. This has to be the 4. Well, there we go. We now know what it is. Oh wait, there's a 6, 8 over here. So this has to be a 7. So that did end up being the 8 and the 9, like we were thinking it was going to be. Look at that. Freaking insane. All right, it's a naked single. So now we finally got that. That plus that is 5. So this can be our 1. Clean up, blow up. This can't be a 6 anymore. So that's going to be our 6 down here. Since that can't be an 8, I was going to say this can't be a 9, but it's already not a 9, so never mind. This 7, can't see this anymore because it's a naked single, so that's an 8, that's a 6. That's all checking out, so that's good. All right, that works. Highest that this can be is a 7. Could also be a 6. If it is either of those, this would have to be a 3 to be a 7. 3's seeing that. So it's probably a 2. Yep, and 2's not taken, so this is a 2. So that's a 6. This cannot be 7. That's going to be our 8. All right. 1 plus 1, so that's 2. This is our 7. To make a 9, basically. And then this is a 4. That 7 is seeing that, so that's our 9 right there. So all these are going to be kind of low, which is great. So no 5s there, but whichever. 3 goes right here. That's a naked single to see a 6. No, wait. Did I just mess up again? Did I literally just mess up again? How? How did I do that? How did I do it? How did this happen? How did this happen? 3 has to go. Oh my God. How far away was that? How far away was that? Two. I didn't know this that we could have did that earlier. Still same logic here. I don't know what is happening. Maybe because I put this, did I put it as an 8? Or 2? I can't remember anymore. Yeah, I can't remember anymore. Anyways, I probably put a 2 somewhere wrong or something like that. Okay. 4. This is an 8. Making that a 2. 3. I think I put this as a 2 last time. Okay, maybe that's what I did. Man, I'm just moving too quick. I need to slow down a little bit. All right, so this is 6 or 7. How did I formulate that this was an 8? I can't remember anymore. I think it was a 7. It's going to be a 6 or a 7. Not sure. But this is a 4. we're just gonna go down here. All low. That's our 5. Okay, well, that's good. Can't be 7. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Thank God. Just like highlighting it too, by the way. Okay, so this is our 3's down here. That's 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the spot. Lights, losing my religion. I don't know what the heck. All right, so we're done now. Oh my God, I don't know what the hell I was doing. I was just like not doing it well today, but we got to it at least, so that's at least fair and good. Yay, I did it, and it took me like 300 hours, but there we go. That was good. Anyways, I had a lot of fun doing the puzzle. I basically did the puzzle like 3 times over, but that was a really fun puzzle. I thought it was going to be a lot simpler than it was, or I just overcomplicated it. I actually haven't done a Sudoku puzzle in a second, and I appreciate you tuning in to watch and stuff like that. But yeah, anyways, I gotta go because I gotta make dinner and stuff. So thank you guys so much for watching another MBW Big Brain Puzzles. Please subscribe, like, and do all the stuff. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Again, hopefully you guys did well if you played the puzzle. And we will do this every other Sunday. And I will see you guys next time for another Big Brain Puzzles. Later.